Hell yeah. Welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. Thank you for being here with me. This is heavy. This is really nice. This is real good. Shout out to my friend who got this for me. She found it at a Jet fan in Colonia, New Jersey. This has some health issues. And he was doing like a clearance on Saturday of all his Jet stuff. And I got a couple items from him. I got it's on the wall, but you can't see it. I bought a Dustin Keller autographed thing. I bought the ring. I got a banner, the Super Bowl banner. That'll be up. We're gonna paint the wall here behind soon, and have some more Jets items up. I'm gonna put up the Sauce Gardner jersey, and yeah, just make it a fun little studio here. Got the room, got the space, got the time. Might as well do it. That I'm planning on launching that for the regular season. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for being here. We got some action before the show even started. First off, shout out to our guy, Eli Betts. Just got off work, so I'll be listening on my way home. Have a great show, Nick. Go Jets. Hell yeah. And the cool thing, I gotta raise this chair up. Like the Undertaker. Sorry, I'm hyper. No coffee tonight. I got to go to bed at some point, and I'm pretty hyper today. I'm back on my diet strong after a horrible last week of eating on vacation. We're back. We're down, massively down. We're doing good. Giving you guys updates. I don't know. I'm just on a random rant right now. But shout out to Eli. Thank you. I gave 5 memberships out. They went to our buddy Ted, New York Jets, Florida, K-Brock, Mr. Weed, Dino, or Dino. I don't know. Dino? I always thought Dino is D-E-A-N-O. I always forget how to say his name. He corrects me when he's here. And, of course, our good friend who's on the mend, Mr. Leany. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Hit the like button. Sit tight. I'm going to be blinging this. This is nice. I like this. Everyone should get one. Hopefully the Jets get another one. Oh, StreamYard is a new setup. What is going on here? Where did everything go, bro? All right. This is different. Rick Kent's here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's kick it off.
Welcome, my friends. It's a shine time. Shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time? Shine time. It's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe?
Hey, all you shiners, it's time for something cool. I'm here to do my part. I'll drop a stinky fart. No chicken soup for you. I'm gonna eat it up. And then I'll do a show and talk about the Green Hornet. I got a new laptop. You know it doesn't suck. I'll need to keep it down when I'm making too much noise. My mom will pull the plug and Dennis smack my ass, and that will surely blow. Hey, fuckers, it's time for the Nick Shine Show.
Sorry, Nick. I know you are busy at your family, but I still love you. I talk to my relatives too, so I love you very much. Anybody in your family, tell them I love you very much. I know you have a family too, but I love them too. Tell them that, okay? Love you, Nick Shine. You're my homeboy, okay, you little buddy? Here, take it. Bye, thanks.
I've never been called anyone's little buddy. That's nice. Warms my soul. If I have one. Do I? Stay tuned.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in purple.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
You want to know why Rick Kent is awesome? There's many reasons. I'm going to tell you right now. Rick Kent says hi to Carly. Carly says, Rick. Carly has said on this show many times before, since it's usually the last show of the night, I'd never forget this statement. She goes, oh, we're just going to say hello to everyone, even though we've been in the same chats for the last 4 shows together? Okay. Hi, everybody. I do remember that comment, Carly. I thought it was fantastic. But Rick Kent is that special. Rick Kent does get a special hello. So, hello, Rick Kent. And if you've all noticed, tan, not red, tan. Amateur hour with the Nick Shine Show. Forgot to shut my ring-a-ding-ding off. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have some action. And I'm going to say something right now. YouTube gives you some memberships to gift. I've gifted those. But I'm in a very giving mood tonight. The Jets gave us their schedule today of the training camp, when we can all go together. Hopefully it won't be 2,000 degrees like it was last year when I was there with Tom, Carly, Jake, Richie from NY Media was there. We had a good time. We almost died, but it was fun. Alan Dodds was with us. My buddy Barry was with us. We had a great group. So here's what we're going to do. I see Ricky just gifted 5. I'm going to get to his in 1 second. But for every 10 that you guys buy, I'm going to buy 5 out of my own pocket with a cap. Well, can't go too crazy. I know you guys like to laugh at me, but that's what we'll do. We haven't been doing a lot of shows. Vacation, horrible weather here in New Jersey. So I've been coming home and I've been crashing. We're getting back on the grind. We're getting back. We're ramping it up for training camp coming up. So what we're going to do, and yes, you don't even have to say it, I am purposely keeping my hand in the screen while I'm talking. You would too if you had this. It's fucking awesome. All right, here we go. We're going back to my 5. Alex L. Alan Avatal. Shout out to Alan. Charles A. Gorman, who can't do a regular sit-up, ladies and gentlemen. But he's trying. It's more like a fruit roll-up, but he's trying. Team Curry and our buddy Murdoch, the Jetstream. Next up, what do we got here? We got Ricky, New York Live, baby. If you haven't already, go subscribe to his channel. He's pumping out videos. Very knowledgeable fan. Show him some support. His 5 memberships went to Gangrene Catskills, Carlos Santos, Big Islanders fan, Bobby's Fuzzy Nuts. No relation to Bobby Sweaty's Nuts? Maybe. Who knows? You got Bobby's Little Nuts. And Dominic D'Angelo. So, we're good. We're off to a good start. Lane is here, being a little nutty, already talking about bathing suits being shipped. Saw that comment before when I sat down. But I'm sorry, you're right. It's Josh Allen Avatal. You're right. I stand corrected. Josh Allen Avatal. Forgive me. And we got Chris B here. Chris B, who was the recipient of, I think, a really cool moment on Sunday's show, folks. The big fella, Chef Kevin, and Rick Kent all won prizes. The prizes were a Joe Klecko autographed jersey, a Mark Gastineau autographed jersey, and a Will McDonald autographed mini helmet. A really cool thing to get one of. But to get all 3? Impossible. Unheard of until Sunday. Because 3 of our legends decided that they were all going to donate them to Chris. Now, Big Fella's on vacation this week. He's down in Wildwood. Going to get together with him, talk to him, figure out what's best for him, reach out to Chris, and then we're going to try to get out there to bring these to Chris at some point next week. So, Tom Ace, you're available any day, also, we'll try to work that all together. But ladies and gentlemen, membership bonanza week. Every 10 gifted, I will gift 5. Ricky already kicked us off with 5. So we're halfway home. Let's get back to the Jets community. Let's build the memberships up. We got to get emojis. Football season's coming. We need to grow the channel. We can do that with your help tonight. So let's get into it. The New York Jets, our Jets. I was in a Discord today speaking to Tom and Addison, and I was joking saying, well, Aaron Glenn's probably not going to do any open public camps. I hope they don't do it. That's what's going to happen. I kid you not. Tom can testify. He's here in the chat. He's a moderator. He's a great guy. 5 minutes later, bloop, bloop, tweet goes off, and the New York Jets release it. Here we go, folks. But before we see that schedule, we have to look at this. Only Bobby could see the Jets training camp schedule coming. But here we go. We have Friday, July 25th. We have the Back Together Saturday. It's usually like the friends and family. They have, what do you call it? Alumni. That's on a Saturday. I'm loving the Saturdays because I don't want to wake up at 6:30 in the morning and deal with weekday traffic, having to get up there in the heat and then to work. So I'm targeting any and every Saturday. Now, July 31st, they have one. And Saturday, August 2nd, the green and white practice. Notice, it is not at MetLife Stadium, as a lot of people have wanted. I've wanted it. It's been a lot of good memories there at that stadium when they have these open events. Myself and our buddy Mark Reese, who's been in the chat and gone to the draft party with us, we were in the New York Jets One Jets Drive video in August of 2022. Got to see if we can dig up that video. But they have it at Florham Park. Let's take this down for a second. Let's take that away so you can see everything. Then they have Thursday, August 7th, Tuesday, the 12th, season ticket holder exclusive practice. And then the next day, the 13th, the Giants host. So they have back-to-back joint practices with the Giants. Tuesday, the 19th, and Wednesday, the 20th. So tickets available July 10th at 2 p.m. Season ticket holder pre-sale at 11 a.m. So I will say right now, if anyone can get a hold of 4 tickets for a Saturday, please let me know. I will take care of you, not in a Tom Ace way, not like a Charles and Tom Ace in the back of the car, maybe if I have to, but I would really appreciate if anybody can come across 4 tickets, then please reach out to me, and I'll do my best to get you something in return. So, a couple more things of note. I'm a little surprised that the Jets have this many practices open to the public. After shutting it down for OTAs and not having anybody there at all. But there's pros to it. We know Aaron Glenn's wanted to play things close to the vest. We know Aaron Glenn has wanted to keep things in-house. OTAs, no fans. Last year, our buddy Nate was there. He was coming on the show for the first time, really, and giving us live reports of what he saw that day, the day in review. And they took that away this year. But the thing the Jets do really good, and the young superstars, Sauce, Brees, Garrett, they get it. Last year, these guys weren't rookies. Usually rookies are the ones out there signing and signing and signing. It's paying your dues, right? The veterans are off with their families. The veterans are off with the media. Rookies, you go sign for the kids. But last year, Brees Hall was out there forever. Garrett Wilson was out there forever. We don't need to talk about what happened with Brees Hall. We are aware. Carly, Rick, Tom, everyone else. We know. Rick Kent has a blood-spilled helmet in his living room. We know what happened. And if I get a ticket to get there again, I promise you, we'll get another mini helmet to raffle off on the show. Blood-free this time. Blood-free. So, you got to hook your next generation of fans. We haven't been winning. You got to find a way to do it. What better way than for young fans to come face to face with their players that they idolize, get an autograph, get that moment that hooks them, that locks them into the green and white for many years to come. You got to do it. You got to do it. It's a pain in the ass to hear the kids just screaming when they're nowhere near a player. It is. Bring earplugs if you go. These kids just screaming names repeatedly when they're not even signing autographs in the middle of practice. They just think if they bark loud enough, they'll get something. It's horrible to sit through. Absolutely horrible. And then as the practice ends and they say no lining up down low, everyone starts scampering down like cockroaches. But here's the good thing. Today is what? Today's the 8th? Right? Phone lock. We're very close. Oh, today's the 9th. Tomorrow will be the 10th. We're 9 days away, basically, from rookies reporting. The 22nd Veterans Report. We're getting close. Nate, I deny this. I deny this. It's a tough world, kid. Toughen up. You don't always get what you want. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you got to rough a kid up for the quality of the show. I mean, no, I know they're going to be there, but it's painful to sit through. Have you ever gone to a kids' movie? They scream and yell and have a contest at who can laugh louder. They're not a lot of fun to be around in public settings. I say that as a father. I mean, my kids are teens now. They're not little kids, but Nicky's almost 6 foot. We'll send him off with the kids. We'll see what he can get. If I'm forced to, I'll bring my nephew and just offer to pay him to get signatures. He's a little pain in the ass. But I get it. It's worse when the adults are doing it. So anyone's screaming and yelling. I just walked up, handed the kid the helmet. I go, ask Brees to sign this. Kid reaches down, Brees signed it. I was back. That's how it really went last year. Alan, what are you talking about? Toes? What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing, man? We broke bread together. We watched Charles have 7 courses at a lunch at Miller's Ale House together, and you're dropping 9 toe jokes? I thought more highly of you, my friend. I really, truly did. But we're going to have football soon, guys. We're going to have Jets football. We need an offensive line that can dominate. We need a defense that can tackle. We need this defense to be aggressive. We really, really need to see Justin Fields get to a good level. He's been working with players. He's trying to build the chemistry. The New York Jets have a lot at stake. And I will say it again before the season starts, so Boomtown, the greatest note taker in all the land, can make note of this. I think we can win. Health obviously has a lot to do with that. Fields' progression has a lot to do with that. But my biggest thing that I'm looking forward to in this season is either Justin Fields become the guy. Thank you. I can't wait for you to tackle me. Justin Fields become the guy, or be so bad you're not the guy, and we know we got to go get a quarterback. Don't give me middle of the road. It's got to be Justin Fields is the guy. It's a no-brainer. Everyone knows it. Even Allen knows we got to sign him. He figured it out. Or it's got to be, we all know he's not the guy. Start looking for the quarterback. How high do we have to trade up? The worst thing in the world is for the organization to be split on who is the guy. Oh, we got him. Get a couple good games here. Coaches believe yes, front office believes no, or vice versa. We have to have a definitive answer on who Justin Fields be by the end of this season. Maybe even before that. He goes out and does a dirtbag 5-win season, you're gone. Maybe not be gone, but we're drafting a rookie. You go win 10, you rush for over 1,000, you combine for 25 plus touchdowns. This team leads the league in rushing. You're probably going to get an extension. Just can't have on the fence. We got to have it where the New York Jets and the fans know rookie, all in rookie, or extension. We can't be on the seesaw anymore. This roster is really good. This offensive line is really good. We have a top-notch wide receiver. We have an all-pro cornerback. We have a top 5 defensive tackle. We got 2 guys at linebacker who are really good. We got 2 edge rushers who are really good. We have too much talent to not get a quarterback to see what this core can do. There's a lot of questions with this team. There's a lot. I'm not making it sound like we're going to be definitively good. I've run down the list of questions time and time again. How much is Breece utilized? Who becomes wide receiver 2? How good does the offensive line get? How quick do they develop chemistry? Does Justin Fields stay healthy? How does Mason Taylor get used in the offense? Is he tight end 1? Does he have a slow start in training camp? How's our kicker? Who's wide receiver 3, 4, and 5? Do we pick up another veteran? How does Jermaine Johnson come back at defensive end? Who's D tackle 2? How does Stevens work as a starting cornerback? Does A.Z. Thomas take his role? Who's going to be getting the majority of snaps at safety? Are we going to rotate? How much are we going to blitz? What's the rotation going to be like on the defensive line? How does Aaron Glenn acclimate to being a head coach? How does Turner Engstrand acclimate to being an offensive coordinator? Does Wilkes play with his aggressive scheme that got him fired in San Francisco? What's the structure there? There's a lot of questions. A lot. We're not going to hit on every question that I just put out there. Can we hit on enough where we can be a competitive football team week in, week out? Can this offensive scheme get us to a modern-day NFL system? We hope so. Can we get back to being that elite defense? I hope so. But there's a lot of questions. Training camp, we'll start to see the reps. We'll start to see who steps up. We'll start to see who falls down. And something we have to do as Jets fans, we have to stop the oohing and eyeing over slow motion passes and catches. Remember Brownlee? Is he even in the NFL anymore? Irv Charles had an amazing catch. Barely plays on offense. We got to stop with these highlight reels and being as if they're going to make these guys superstars. Less flash, more substance. And as Rick Kent says, ooh, ah. Ricky New York says, the answer is Jermaine comes back strong. Nadia is DT2, and Thomas supplants Stevens. It's all about Florida State, baby. Should have known. Should have known before I read it. And I didn't know Nadia went to Florida State, but now I know. Alan bringing up the possible quarterbacks in next year's draft. Nussmeyer, Klubnik, Sellers, Aller, Leavitt, and Mendoza. It's a big year. It's a big quarterback year. That's why a lot of teams this year let the quarterbacks go. Alan with another good comment. You don't hear that very often. Back to back, 2 good comments for Alan. Preach, and please, no Gibson, Clemens, or Adams near the starting lineup. Adams has a chance. They tendered him, I think, with a 2.3 or 3.2. I forget what the actual number was. But they tendered him. So they do have a plan for him. What that plan is will be determined. Ladies and gentlemen, I just dropped the link. If you're going to call in tonight, let's have Jets calls only. We've had some fun on the last couple Sunday shows. Football's starting to build up. Let's get our Jets talk up tonight. Let's get our Jets callers to call in first. Also, Ricky New York gifted 5 memberships earlier. If we get another 5 spot gifted, I will gift 5 out of my own pocket. We haven't been doing a lot of shows. I apologize for that. It's been crazy. Vacation, weather. I've been exhausted when I get home at night. So what we're going to do, and boom, drop the hammer. My friend, not all of your friend, but my friend, Alan Avatal, just gifted 5. And they went to Scott Foster, JC716, a Buffalo Bills fan, fitting Josh Allen Avatal, Harris Bornstein, Mr. Roberts, and Jet Life. Well, there we go, folks. There's 10. So I'm going to gift 5. I already gave out the 10 free ones that YouTube gives you monthly. My 5 went to Mr. Business, JETS Pauly, Joe the Jet G, Thunderlips, and Gary Pape. Ladies and gentlemen, I've asked for Jet callers. But this guy refuses. He says, oh no, it's summertime. I don't want to talk about the Jets. I don't know what he wants to talk about. But leading off, choo choo, choo choo.
This is his Bobby in his orange chair. See, this is him. I like the Jets. Come on. Look at my wife. No, I mean, I'm being. Stay in my crib by the light and so bright as the twilight's last evening. Move. You really have to think.
Hello, Lane.
Hi, Nick, son. Hi.
Hello.
So,
Great.
I mean, Jets.
I do like the Jets. I
Yeah.
do. Do you like the Jets?
Well, yeah. I mean, as much as I like the Giants, I just like the Jets also. So I said like this schedule about the Jets. They came out.
It did come out.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the schedule?
How do I feel about the schedule? I think it's going to be good.
Okay.
And they got to move the ball. How do you feel about Jermaine Johnson? Do you think he'll start in training camp?
I think he's good. I hope he's ready for the season opener. I expect him to start off on the side, maybe the physically unable to perform, the PUP list, and then I expect him to get activated and ramped up as we get near middle to late August. Hopefully, there's no setbacks.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. That's not me tooting. That's me knocking on my desk. Just I don't want anyone to be confused when Lane's on. That was me knocking. Blitz BK, ladies and gentlemen, heard that Lane was coming on, and he gifted a membership. Thank you, Blitz. The great Blitz BK, and it went to SG31 Black. Thank you, Blitz. You are what they call in the community a nice guy, fantastic rapper, and a good friend.
I'm a nice guy.
Are you a nice guy, Lane?
Yeah.
You are a nice guy with a bikini obsession lately, huh?
Yeah, no, I've had that stuck on me for some reason.
I'm sure many things have gotten stuck on you thinking about bikinis.
Gotta figure out the mix-up.
Yeah, there seems to be a little confusion, huh?
Yeah, I wonder. I thought it was gonna come, and it didn't.
Come, huh?
I don't know why.
Choice of words. What can we do to help you?
I tried convincing them to have it get mailed. I don't know how they're gonna do it though.
All right, I tell you what. When you're done here on the show, and I take you off for our next caller who's patiently waiting, in the private chat, you give me your address.
Oh, my address?
You put your
It's
address in the
linked
private
on
chat,
AOL.
and then I will make sure we can send you everything we need to send you. Okay?
Oh, okay. How do you go to private chat? Oh, here on the bottom.
No, well, it'll say private chat. Please don't put your address in the regular chat because you will be swarmed with hundreds of gifts, and I don't know if they'll all be appropriate.
All right, so private chat.
Yeah, the private chat. Here, right here. I'm gonna type here in there, and then there you go. Did you see where I typed here?
Yeah.
All right, type it underneath that.
All right, I'll do it quietly.
All right, I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nate, I'm not that old, dude. Come on, man. I'm not that old. I look young. I feel young. Words hurt, bro. You got to chill out, man. Listen, I get the trolling, but sometimes you go too far, man. That's offensive shit. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at this shit now. Look what Nate started. Now Blitz, who's the same age as me. I think we're born a couple days apart. We're seniors. Son of a bitch. And yes, you know what? Yes, the text just came in. It's official. Just remember, salt and pepper is sexy. Hell yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I needed that right now. So I got someone in the world who's positive watching the show who can counterbalance Nate's negativity. And this is a nice little combination. Ladies and gentlemen, I see that he's smoking. We know what he likes to do. He likes to smoke and debate. Let's bring in Ricky. Oh, shit. Tatted up, Ricky. Flexing. This is going to be a good call. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I missed something. Forgive me before we get going. Adirondack Fly Guy gifted a membership that went to Dubs74. Dubs74. So thank you, Adirondack. Thank you, Blitz. We are 8 memberships away. If we get 8 more memberships, I will gift another 5 out of my pocket to start building this back up and get us to. We got a lot of work to do. I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be overnight. If it is, God bless you guys. But we got a long way to go to get back to the a new high so we can add emojis. So I will do my part to help the show grow. And thank you. You're all nice guys. Ricky, what's up?
What's happening, man? Good.
You have a Jay Grave shirt on?
Gravesend. This
Nice.
was I actually got this for Father's Day.
Nice. I just
Week
saw
or so
Graves
ago.
because your hair was over it. I saw Graves. I was like, oh, that's a Jay Graves shirt. That's pretty cool.
You know what? I think that I don't think Jermaine's going to come along as slowly as some people think. I mean, I know he's coming off a serious injury. However, just reading everything that he posts sounds like he's doing really well and well ahead of schedule. And most of the time, I take that with a grain of salt when guys talk, because, you know, these guys, they all want to be out there, but sometimes guys will say that they're ready when really they're not. But with Jermaine, he's always so straightforward, you know, when he speaks, that when he says something, I tend to believe it. So
yeah, he doesn't blow smoke. He seems to be. I like him. Everything I've seen with him on social media, he was developing into a leader and a captain and the face of the defense last year with his passion that he plays the game with. And I think we missed that when he went down. You could tell the difference. He went down. Saleh got fired. Mosley got hurt. That was three big
that
things.
was it.
Right? Jermaine's passion, Saleh's brains, Mosley's leadership on the field. That's three massive hits that we took back to back to back, it felt like. While you're taking a drink, real quick, Lee Vann, who I saw on Sunday, went to Yankee Stadium tonight, had to wash the stench off of shitty field. Lee Vann, I hope you had a great time. It was great hanging out with you again this past Sunday. And, listen, the Yankees got to win some games. It's good. They scored 10 yesterday. I think 9 today. They got to get the bats going. They got to be more consistent. But, yeah, was it fun watching a baseball game without a plane flying over every 45 seconds and you couldn't have a conversation with anyone? I felt bad for Tom Mace on the phone outside. That was tough to watch. But, Lee Vann, you're awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, what I was going to say is not only did we, you know, miss Jermaine, you know, in the pass rush, but dude, he's so good setting the edge and so good against the run that we really felt it there as well. And, you know, people were talking the other day, and it's so funny. It's like all of a sudden it feels like people think that, like, oh, McDonald is easily going to have 10 or more sacks, you know, like he's just a superstar now. And then saying, like, you know, Jermaine, if he could turn into like maybe a Calvin Pace type role player and we could get 7 or 8 sacks a season out of him, that would be good. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, dude, Jermaine should be a double-digit sack guy. The only thing that will prevent him from doing that is health, I would say. But you remember that play against Cleveland where he batted the ball up in the air and then intercepted it,
and we were getting our freaking faces kicked in. We were getting our faces kicked in, man. It was so bad. And then he made that one spectacular play, and it's like, all right, we had a cool moment.
Yeah. Yeah, overall that game was awful, but just that play, I mean, dude, guys that you know develop into just a decent role player, they don't make plays like that. Jermaine's a beast when he's healthy. And
yeah,
I was debating with somebody about this the other day, and they were like, "Oh,
you debated?"
Yes, you know, his rookie year he was okay, blah blah blah. I'm like, his rookie year he got hurt. I was like, do you remember his rookie year? He came like right out at the beginning of the year in that Baltimore game, and he had a sack right off the bat. But then he got hurt. So, you know, you can't say, oh, he had a bad year and not factor in the fact that, you know, he missed several games that year too. And once he came back from that injury, you know, he had that play where he chased down Josh Allen from behind. You know, like, dude, Jermaine's a baller, and his leadership is something that, you know, all of us don't see, but it's absolutely there. And dude, he goes back to Florida State all the time, and is kind of a mentor example for the kids there. But dude, he even still goes back to the place where they did like the Last Chance U show, and still goes back there and and visits them. And I'll tell you, Jermaine was only at Florida State for 1 year, but in that 1 year that he was there, he made such an impact and is still such a part of that community. Like, those are the kind of guys we need on this team. And Aaron Glenn, even, when he first got the job, and somebody mentioned Jermaine, and he said, "Oh, I've known Jermaine since college. And he's a hell of a player," or something to that effect. And I'm thinking, okay, coach knows what's up, and I like it. And as we were talking about Adams earlier, the fact that they tendered Adams, and when you listen to the presser that he did during OTAs, he was like, they called me, told me they were going to tender me, and he seemed like he was really happy to be here, to know that the Jets wanted him, and and he was like, in one of Glenn's earlier, interviews that he did, he compared Tony Adams to like Kirby Joseph, and dude, he turned Kirby Joseph into a baller. Like, and now that dude's like, I don't know if he's the highest paid safety or he's one of the highest paid safeties. He might be the highest paid. I'd have to look that up to be positive, but yeah. And so, hopefully he can do the same thing with Adams. My hot take for this week is that Andrew Sisko is going to lead the Jets in takeaways with 6 picks this year. I'd be
big fellow with a
ecstatic.
random comment out of nowhere. Sorry, Ricky. Just says boobs. Good night, everyone. Love you all. And me being true to me, the boobs got my attention. So as soon as I saw big fella knows if you put that in caps, I'm going to pay attention to your comment. It worked. Hey, big fella, I hope you're having a fun time down in Wildwood.
Boobs always get my attention.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
It's
why Nate subscribed to the channel. I was a lot heavier. That's the whole reason that Nate clicked subscribe. He saw that I used to be big breasted. That's why he unsubscribes to the show after every show and waits to. I get him with the hook where he's got to make a comment. He can't watch a show and not comment. It's Nate. That's how you get him, Rick. You got to make him be a subscriber to comment. And hold up, wait a minute. Our buddy Kevin Tattoos, who I was in the Discord with earlier, Ricky, I saw you were in there too with him for a bit, but I got caught up at work. I wasn't able to join back in. Kevin gifted 5 that went to Orlando G, NYJ, Snoopy 4951, Share Bear 79, Sonny Miller, and Jet It Out. Thank you, Kev. As Bobby would say, you're a nice guy. And we are 2 memberships away from yours truly having to gift another 5. Lane, do you think we'll get there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Good night, Carly. Everyone say goodnight to Carly. She loves when like 50 people say goodnight to her like simultaneously. So everyone in the chat say goodnight to Carly.
Good
Bye,
night, Carly.
Lane, any closing thoughts for Carly?
Yeah, good night.
Well said.
Yeah, I've been really encouraged with a lot of the things that are going on.
Ricky, everyone in the chat is doing it. I love it. There you go, Carly. Screenshot everyone saying goodnight to you. Carly's 11/11 wish tonight was I wish everyone in the Nick Shine show would say goodnight to me simultaneously. Awesome. Let me ask you something, Rick.
Uh-huh.
Are we adding another wide receiver or what? Yeah, right? You got to take that breath. It's like we
Not-
are really one injury away from being a CFL team at wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, that would be the thing that concerns me the most. It's not so much, I guess, the quality, I guess you would say, but the depth. You know, I mean, how many times have we seen Garrett go down and get up hobbling? And dude, every time it happens,
It's been a
I'm
couple.
like holding my breath. You know, my heart's in my throat. You know, which God bless. You know, he's always come right back. He's never had a real serious injury, which is awesome. But
he's limped off the field a couple times and then he's back.
Yeah, there's
and
been a
it's been
couple
the end of the
times,
year
but-
too, where it's you
Was
don't
it-
need to go play, but he's played.
I can't remember if maybe it was it a Houston game? It was a Houston game or Indy game, something. There was one time last year.
It was the Houston game. We were there. He came down on the sideline and we all held our breath, and then he popped off the 2 one-handed catches later on.
Yeah, dude, that one on the sideline, like it. Oh my God! Like I'm telling you, my heart was in my throat. I was like freaking out when that happened. But I'll tell you what, you know, and I was saying this on Jake's show earlier, you know.
Boomtown comment of the night. Very good. All right, USFL or whatever that league is. I don't know, XFL, whatever. Any other FL.
Right.
We're in bad shape, man. Like we are literally one injury from Josh Reynolds and Alan Lazard being your starters with an unproven Malachi Corley in the slot.
Oh, God. You know what? And Corley, like, it wasn't the fact that he dropped that one, you know, should have been touchdown. It wasn't the only reason that he wasn't playing. Apparently, that kid's got some attitude problems, and
Did you
maturity
see the video
problems,
of him today,
attitude
Bill?
problems,
Did you see
whatever
the
you
video
want
of
to
him
call it.
today, Rick?
What's that?
Did you see the video of him today?
No, I didn't see one today. I've seen a couple that he's posted, but not. I don't think I saw one.
I don't know
today.
if it was today. My buddy sent this to me today. Let me get it queued up here. I mean, we know what he can do, right? We know he's a physical specimen. We know he looks for contact. Well, first you got to look for the ball, right? But
yeah,
this would be interesting to watch him do to an NFL defensive back. Those sleds are not light.
No, Nice.
I mean, you're basically giving
No, I
yourself
hadn't seen that
CTE
one.
while hitting these this hard.
Hey, you know what? Aaron Glenn said, you got to block if you want the rock. So maybe that's what he's doing. He's out there practicing his downfield blocking. I like it.
That was weird.
I like it.
When you open StreamYard, they give you a message right now that says Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari, everything. There's crashes. They basically apologize to you before you start your show.
Really? Yeah, I know that Jake said the other day that StreamYard changed a bunch of things around and like he was having trouble finding some of his video clips, and it's like,
yeah,
I personally I've only got like 3, so if you know they change the order of them, it doesn't mess me up. But
they give you a certain amount. I don't know if it's 100 videos, but you have 100, not just 100 videos, pictures, everything. You get like 100. Jake's got like 10, 11 of those. So
yeah, I know. He said he's got
I'm on
a little over 500 video clips. That's insane.
Yeah, it was overwhelming when I was doing the show when I covered for him.
I bet.
But, I mean, listen, Corley, Michael Clemens of wide receiver. Looks like Tarzan, plays like James. Doesn't know the plays, doesn't know the routes, doesn't get on the field. When he does, he makes a huge mental error. Like that could have been, and I'm not blaming the rest of the season on that, but you make a great play, that can domino effect, right? You make a good decision, things can get better for you in life. You make a bad decision, things can go the wrong way. Right now you're pressing. Now you're nervous. Now the quarterback ain't looking your way because there's a lack of trust. So he's got a long road ahead of him. I'm looking forward to. All right, let's do that, Rick. You think of yours. Like, think of a couple of your main storylines for training camp, and I'll fire mine off right now. Wide receiver depth chart, obviously, is a really big one. Right? We're going to take Justin Fields out of it. We know everyone wants to see Justin Fields. That's a no-brainer.
Well, yeah, that's like the foregone conclusion. Like everybody, his development and whether or not he's good. That's one that's
absolutely,
that's kind of like universal. Yeah,
that's a gimme. We all want that. I'm going to go with wide receiver depth chart. I'm going to go with running back utilization. I'm going to go with the offensive line cohesion, chemistry, gelling. On the defensive side of the ball, I kind of want to see how they're going to rotate everybody. We're coming off of a scheme with the defensive line where it was a high rotation. Are you going to let Quinnen be a dog and just tap himself out when he knows he needs a break? I think Quinnen's at the point of his career where he can tell you, hey, I need a breather here. This is a big play. I want to stay. I know I can do it. I got to see Sauce picking the goddamn ball off, Rick. I want to see it. I don't care if it's just in practice. It'll be. Well, here's exactly what it'll be. Let me tell you this, and then I'll throw it to you. Okay. There will be mayhem. Justin Fields throws an interception, and then the story will be Justin Fields is so bad he wants to off anybody, but he's picking off Justin Fields. That's what it'll be in training camp.
I could, you know what? Yeah, I could hear that.
100%.
Not
that much mayhem, Rick. Not that much mayhem. So give me a couple of yours.
You know what?
Your storyline.
I would say, I would say a lot of the same things. Like, those are probably the same things I'm going to be looking at. Specifically, now running back usage, I'm not that worried about. I have a feeling. I wouldn't say Breece is going to get the lion's share, but he's going to get a lot. And the few carries that he does, give away to Allen and Davis, he's going to more than make up for in the passing game. I think he's going to have a really, really big year catching the ball.
Yeah.
Now, wide receiver, yeah, like the depth bothers me a little bit, but as everybody's been talking, and we don't really need a wide receiver too. That Fields offense, they don't really throw to the second wide receiver. Yeah, I was watching his highlights from Pittsburgh last night, and there were plenty of throws to James Washington and Calvin Austin and other guys that weren't Pickens. Like, so that's not necessarily true. And I was watching some of those highlights, and I'm like, okay, he keeps finding this Calvin Austin kid who's like a smaller, quicker kid, which maybe profiles more like what Arian Smith might be for us. But yeah, the depth bothers me. I don't think we're going to sign anybody right away. I think we're going to go into training camp just as is. However, if some of these guys don't catch on and aren't getting up to speed as fast as Aaron Glenn would like, I could see them possibly bringing in another veteran. Offensive line, like, yeah, that's one of the biggest things that I'm most concerned about, because everybody always says that the quarterback's the most important guy. Well, yeah, because he distributes the ball and so many decisions are made. And, you know, obviously they get the credit when we win and get blamed when we lose. But, dude, offensive linemen are the most important guys on the field. Dude, if you can't run block, you can't run the ball. If you can't run the ball, play action doesn't work. If you can't pass block, you can't throw the ball. Like, if those guys up front don't do their job, nothing else is working.
And
period.
This is the best line Fields, in theory, ever had.
Yeah. On paper it is. Like,
yeah, he's been given the best opportunity with the receivers in front of him. Shout out to Boomtown. Honorable mention. Can our kicker kick the ball straight? Very, very good point, Boomtown. Someone please make a note of Boomtown's fantastic comment. David D here with a comment. I'm definitely interested to see what roles the Jets use Malachi Moore in his overall progress, especially with the history of AG's body of work with DBs. Yeah, that's an interesting name. Does he supplant Adams? Does he take his spot? Does Adams' reps start to go away? Does Moore just hit the field like a 3-4 year veteran at safety coming out of Alabama? Like, did they scout the right way and find a gem that fits their system? You know, and
yes.
You know, Arian Smith. It's a big question. Arian Smith. If you can run past everybody, he didn't have a great OTA, but if you can use your speed to open everyone else up, I will have you run 40-yard dashes the entire game. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and the thing with that too is, like, I don't think Malachi Moore is necessarily going to come in and take anybody's job, but there's going to obvious passing situations. There's going to be plenty of times where we have like 5 DBs on the field. So, you know, I think Moore and Azareye'h Thomas are both going to get some playing time as rookies. You know, which Thomas I think is going to step right into the Brandon Eccles role, and Eccles played a lot of snaps for us. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I think both of those guys are going to get used and see action, you know, and I think it'll only increase as time goes on. But that's one thing that moving to the defensive side of the ball, the secondary is, you know, one of the things I'm most interested in, because Andre Cisco was a turnover machine in college. And then when he got to the NFL, you know, he's picking off Mahomes. He's picking off Josh Allen. He's picking off some of the better quarterbacks in the league. And then, you know, last year, dude, that whole team was a disaster last year. So it wasn't just him. But, you know, he has one off year, and then we got him for, you know, a deal. And I think Cisco is going to be really good for us. You know, he didn't have, you know, a corner like Sauce, and you know, we'll see
Michael
what Stevens
Carter.
turns out.
The secondary has the potential to be very good.
Very good. And
for a long time too. Like, for a long time. If Moore hits, if Cisco gets an extension, Sauce will have an extension, Carter's here, AZ Thomas / Stevens. I mean, we got the potential to have the ability to cover and be rangy because they're long.
Yeah,
and it's
really good. And that's just going to help. Like, you know, if those guys can lock down in the back end, the quarterback has to hold the ball longer, and then the pass rush can get there. You know, or vice versa. If the pass rush is good, then they got to hurry the ball. And dude, the fact that Sauce is working with the Jugs machine, you know, other things I've heard, you know, I've listened to all the pressers from all the secondary guys, and it sounds like Glenn's got each of them working on something specific.
And David comes across.
I think those guys.
David saying Cisco's skill set potential reminds him of Kirby Joseph, and that's one of our resident Detroit Lions fans.
Dude, yes, I think Cisco's going to be really good for us. I think he's going to flourish in this Aaron Glenn system and with the corners we have.
Adirondack says Cisco's a freaking ball hawk at Syracuse. Adirondack, thank you again for the membership.
And yeah, he was a ball hawk, and he has been. And then, you know, the guy has one bad year, and suddenly people are like, like people act like that signing didn't really blow him away. And I'm not saying this kid is Ed Reed, but dude, he's good. The other thing I like is who was I listening when I was listening to him talk, is he was like, we're going to have plenty of chances to make plays on the ball. And even if you can't pick the ball off yourself, you could at least tip it up for a teammate. I haven't heard anybody talk like that in so long. Like, dude, I don't think I've heard a defensive player or coach from the Jets mention the tip drill since like Rex was here, or it's been a minute. But I like hearing that. Like hearing if maybe some of those balls that Sauce was trying to pick off, that like if you're not going to get it, tip it to a teammate. Like I like that. I think you're
with our luck though, Rick. Let's factor this in as Jets. How many tip passes are we going to put in the air and a receiver catches it and toe taps for a first down, or they get one and they take it the distance because the ball's up in the air? It's just we are trained to be very Jet-like, right? Like the worst thing, that ball's in the air, it doesn't bounce our way. That could be a sign of things changing though, if it does start to bounce our way.
You know what? It's not our DBs that do that. It used to kill me though. Our receivers used to do that for a long time. It seems like receivers would, if they weren't catching the ball, they were popping it up in the air, and the other team was constantly getting it. And it's like, dude, if you can't hold on to the thing, at least knock it to the friggin' ground. What are you doing? But the other thing, defensive line, I think we're going to see our defensive line a lot more active and aggressive. And I think you're going to see guys getting their hands up and maybe batting a few more passes than what we saw with the previous regime. And dude, I'm not sure next to Quinnen, in the middle. I like Derek Nottie on early downs, and then it could be a combination of Cowart and Leonard Taylor and who knows on passing downs. But dude, Aaron Glenn's defense was ranked number 6 in the league last year, and he was playing with a bunch of backups and nobodies, by the end of the year, and still, they were competitive. Like they lost Aiden Hutchinson, for the season. Dude, we lost Jermaine, and our pass rush wasn't never really the same. McDonald was good, but nobody else did anything really.
MC Mays with a good comment. The last time we drafted 2 offensive tackles in back-to-back years was Marvin Powell and Chris Ward. If these guys can play up to their potential, we will be competitive. This is the key to our success. Huge key. Absolutely huge key.
Absolutely. Like I said, it all starts up front, but you know what? And I heard Aaron Glenn say that too. And that's the right mentality because, your offensive line has got to be good or else nothing else works. I think that's it for as far as like the things I'm looking at. That the secondary, defensive line, offensive line, and then. But the thing is like I said, watching Fields highlights last night, the one thing that kind of stood out to me is he did a decent job of spreading the ball around. I mean, trust me, he wasn't Joe Burrow. It wasn't where like he hits 9 different receivers in the first half of a game, but the distribution was a lot more spread out than what I thought it would be going into it. That I guess would be a good way to word that.
All right, awesome. Bill M says debated. Yes. Nice. Well, Ricky, thank you for calling in. I appreciate your time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, go subscribe Ricky New York Live and show Ricky some love. He deserves it. And we will talk soon, my friend.
Yes, thank you. And I definitely appreciate that. And appreciate everybody who's subbed already. And I'm 5 away from my first 100. So
hell yeah. Let's get them there tonight, guys.
It's getting there. But yeah, man, enjoy coming on. You know, it's good to just sit down and talk some Jets football. So always a good time, man.
Hold on. We're gonna get you there right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask of you, go click that link I just dropped in the chat. Let's get Ricky over 100 right now tonight. We can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. We're at 97. Come on, 3 more. Do it. We will hold the show hostage until we're at 99. One more, ladies and gentlemen. 101.
Oh, wow.
We did it. There you go, Rick. Ask and thou shall receive.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. There we go.
103.
Damn, thank you.
We got you 103. 104. Every time I hit refresh, it's going up. That's what she said.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think mine says. Okay, no, that is 104.
105.
No,
All right, we got you 10. There we go.
Awesome.
106. We got you 11.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for that. That definitely means a lot. And
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what. You know, sometimes it's not easy this time of year adding new subscribers and stuff because there's just not that much news for us to talk about. But
yeah,
fortunately, the days are getting less each day as we go
107.
along, and training camp is closing in.
One
It'll
more.
be here
Let's
in
get
no
one
time.
more, ladies and gentlemen. We're at 107. 108. We're at 108. Hey, we got 108. Can we get 109? 109 coming in from the next Shine Show. 109. 109. Can we get one more? 109. Going once. Going twice. 108 still. 108. Going 108. One more. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. One more. Click for Rick. J7 Truther is here. Welcome. Click for Ricky, ladies and gentlemen. We're at 108. 108. Do I hear 109? 109 coming in. We're still at 108. Come on, folks. All right. We may have died out. Oh, Infrared's at 109. Did we get 109? Still 108. All right. That was nice. We got 13 for you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And thank you, everyone. And yeah, you know what? I don't know why on my
109.
computer it's not
We're at
there.
109.
but
109. Can we get
looking at
110?
looking at my phone last night, there was a thing where it said like see your subscribers or something, and I clicked on it. And I could actually see like a list of all my subscribers, or most of them anyway. Like some people don't show up for some reason, but others do.
They have incognito mode on, I believe.
Yeah.
I
So,
think that allows,
but
yeah, you can't see who they follow or who they subscribe to.
yeah, but I mean, dude, looking at that list, I mean, it's like looking at the chat right now. Like it, you know, like everybody was there. There's so many names on there, and I just really appreciate everybody for doing that.
Well, you know what? 14 is a weird number. It hasn't been very good for us with quarterbacks. With Richard Todd, Fitzpatrick. All right, we're at 110. We got you 15, and I'm about to. Hold on 1 second. I typed NY. That's why I didn't get it. Boom. 111. 16 subs up, Rick.
There we go. That's
All right,
awesome.
buddy. Oh, yeah. Good job, chat. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, since Jermaine is number 11, that 11 will do nicely.
go.
That's nice. That's awesome.
Triple ones, baby.
Absolutely. But yeah, man, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
And yeah, I'll talk to you. And I've got some ideas about some things, and I want to pass by you at some point. But
Sounds good.
thanks again, and everybody have a good night. And only a couple of weeks till training camp starts, man. It's almost time for football, everybody, and things are going to be different, man. I really honestly believe that things are going to be different. I think that we've got the right approach. I think we've got the right people in here, and I like everything I hear about their teaching process and how they're relating the information to the players. And I'm bought in. It sounds like the players are all bought in, and so that's a good sign. I think we got good things to come. I'm not going to get crazy with it, but we're going to be competitive, and I think Aaron Glenn's going to bring back that old Jets mentality. Like we might not win every game, but you're going to know you're in a fight, like that. Like 98 through like 2003 era Jets. Like I think we're going to have that kind of team again, man. And
when we were good in the trenches, right? If you can control
Yes.
defenses, you have a shot in every game. And if you're getting bullied around and pushed around, they people are going to dog walk you. So hopefully we tighten that up. But
yeah, I mean, and anytime we were good, we had a good offensive line. So yeah, I totally agree.
I'll take mid-November, Maze. I'll take mid-November right now. Low bar here. But Ricky, you're the man. Thanks, buddy.
All right, man. Have a good night, Nick.
Be good.
Oh hey.
Oh hey.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just listening to his conversation. That's good.
Very
I
good.
feel really happy about.
Did you subscribe to Ricky's channel?
Yeah.
Good job.
I was trying to look for it actually. I think that you have to really look forward to the I almost said playoffs. Training camp. See, this is what happens when you think too long. For
Thinking sucks.
You think about every team. Yeah. Too bad that the Mets were not playing tonight. They got rained out.
Who are they playing? Baltimore?
Yeah, Baltimore.
Right? I think I heard that.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that this, it's not the weather, I guess it had to rain. Let me see.
There you go.
Let me read this. Playoffs. Leave in. Let me read this. Thinking is overrated. Thank you, Bleeds BK. That's a good. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Bill, that answer is no. Booker makes more than any player in the NFL. That was the tweet today from
I agree with that
Schefter.
one. Yeah, like with as much as they get paid, like the Jets and stuff. Yeah, laying his TV on. That's good what Tom A said.
Yep, your TV
Yeah,
is
then
on.
you can go on about what the team's gonna look like for this year going to 2016. I mean, how do you feel? I mean, you're gonna have to be moving everybody around.
We gotta figure it out. We gotta play the game, see who does good, see who doesn't.
Yeah.
I think it's 60 or 61, Clancy. It's either like Dak Prescott or Burrow. But Lane, I gotta let you go. The TV's too loud. I can't take the chance of it shutting the channel down. All right, my friend.
Okay, thank you so much.
Any closing thoughts to everyone?
Just have a good night and just think hopefully the Jets could win.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it feels well. And I sent you the nice email now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See what happens.
Got your email, and hopefully send me the address, and we'll get stuff for you. All right, later, buddy.
Okay. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only Lane Train. Remarkable. Amazing. Tom, is there any doubt? Is there any doubt? Ladies and gentlemen, we are winding down. We're getting to the end of the show. We are 2 gifted memberships away. Hold on. 3. I'm sorry. Forgive me. We're 3 gifted memberships away from me dropping another 5. Can we get there? Can we get 8 more? I'll buy 5 if we get 3 from anyone out there. Let's see if we can get there. But until we do, what did we learn? Chat, start dropping your what did we learn? I learned that Curly Norman just got here with, what up, buttholes? And there we go, folks. Our buddy, our resident Detroit Lion fan, David D, gifted 5. That went to Rep NY, Mr. Bozak 122, Project Prospect with Dom C, Jets fan since birth, and Cuca Lake Jet fan. Awesome. Thank you, David. You are a nice guy. Oh, I can't do that from there? All right, let me get back over here. Boom, boom. Thank you, David. You're the man. But ladies and gentlemen, start dropping your what did we learns. My 5 went to Nick Bigelow, Derek the Cop, Wild One Productions, JC, Buffalo fan, and Bino's other account. There were 2 Binos tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to build this back up. The off season's coming to an end. We need emojis. We need memberships. We need to spread the word about this show. We can do that with your help. Thank you, everyone who gifted tonight. Thank you, everybody who watched. Make sure you hit the like button. Yeah, Lee Van, I love him. Patty Grimes has been here a long time. David's come along, and I believe there's one more. There's a third. I mean, my buddy Jermel, who was with the IOW Sports that I started doing shows with years ago, he's a Lions fan as well. But I got nothing bad to say about them. And shout out to Ricky. That was pretty cool, guys. Good job. Make sure you watch Ricky's videos. Throw a like button. You know what to do. You're watching a Jet show at 12:45 in the morning on a weeknight. You know what to do. Show Ricky some love. But ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. You called back in, Lane, with the TV still on. He's Lane. I love this. I don't know what I'd do without this community. Just all of it. You guys are fantastic. Indy Jet, how many Pacer fans do we have? 2. You and Alan if the Knicks are playing the Pacers. And me if the Pacers are playing the Knicks. I think that's right. Hold on a second. Let me open something. But ladies and gentlemen, drop your what did we learns. We got to make sense of this. Boomtown, I just messaged you something that we need to decode after the show. All right, what did we learn? I'm looking for. I learned. I learned. Do we have any I learned? Anyone? Going once? Going twice? Nobody? Oh, wow. They did do a whole bunch of upgrades to StreamYard, finally. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I miss you. Of course you do. It's me.
Yeah, while like you were waiting in the back, I was like, I farted a little bit, so that's good.
I ate fast food today. Anyways, that's what she said. That's interesting.
He's Charles. Oh, here we go. There we go. I learned this community is just as awesome as I thought it was. Hell yeah, Ricky. Thanks for coming on again, bro. Indie Jet. I learned that Jersey Jet challenged me on who could do a better CHO impression. I have not learned who CHO is yet. Hank, I learned Ricky has a YouTube channel. Can anyone teach me what a CHO impression is? Oh, Clancy, you put we learned. I look for I learned. I scan real quick looking for I. We learned that Lane's quest for bikinis will not end until mission accomplished. And I do want to make a formal announcement right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I have received the home address for the one and only Lane Train. It's in my possession. We will have to put together a care package. Not that type of package, Clancy. Put it away. Greg Rollo, I learned we wait to see what we are in the first two games before making predictions. Be 1-1. Be 1-1. Compete with the Bills, beat the Steelers, and be very competitive. Have some great moments, have some explosive plays, have some turnovers, have some sack fumbles. Just play football that we've been dying for. That's what we need to do after the first two games. And then after that, win one of the two in Florida. And then after that, win one of the double Ds, Denver and Dallas. Shout out to Big Fella and his boobs comment before. This comes around full circle. Then after that, beat Carolina, be 4-3, and then go all in and pull everything out of the bag in Cincinnati and try to get to 5-3 before the bye. 2-game seasons. That's why I'm looking at the first 8 weeks. 2-game seasons. No losing streaks. Back-to-back wins, possibly. Go on a winning streak into the bye, and then come out of the fucking bye and kick the shit out of Cleveland and fucking go up to New England and kick them in their fucking face on short week. With the Jets, like I said before, now you guys are getting me fucking fired up as we're trying to end the show. The Jets haven't done well an extended time. You want to change the narrative? Change the narrative. Win the Monday night game in Miami with an extra day's rest. Win against Cleveland after the bye week. Win on short notice with New England that week. You win those 3 games and you sprinkle in some other wins, a Steeler win, a Carolina win, Denver in London. Maybe we get things rolling. There's plenty of other teams that turn it around with a new coach, with a new quarterback. Fuck, man, why can't we be the team that does it finally? Yeah, Greg, I'm going to talk crazy. I hope you're sitting down right now. How about a win before the bye and after? Like, we continue a winning streak. This shit would be crazy. Yeah, MC, 100%. It was comically bad. It's like they didn't do anything. I know. I learned that Curly will never change. Doesn't need to be here long to leave his imprint on a chat. Ricky saying, hell yeah, that is how us Jets fans should feel. It's been too long. You want to change the narrative? Change the narrative. Start winning games. Enough of the let's hope, another draft. Start fucking winning. Beat the other team. Walk off the field with your videos of Jets win. Add another fucking Super Bowl ring to the resume. And shout out to Clancy. Discord just sent me an alert that our Discord group, the Nick Shine Show, is on a 39-day streak of Wordle. So shout out to everyone who plays and enjoys some harmless fun. There's no insulting anyone. There's no name calling. There's no degrading. It's just a nice group of guys and gal having a nice time, and we got to get shit on. Outrage over a game. No, burn the Rodgers jersey. You should have never bought a Rodgers jersey. Don't buy jerseys. They're a fucking scam. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the end. Thank you to everyone for your super chats and memberships today. If you've gotten one, you received one, pay it forward. Be a nice guy. But Boomtown, drop. What did you learn, Boom? I learned that this ring is very heavy. This is a serious. This is not. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember what the Joe Namath Super Bowl ring felt like when I wore it when I was in second grade when I met Joe. I gotta get those pictures up here. This is really like. This could be like the Rick James ring. If you knock somebody in the head, you can leave like unity right across the temple. Who shot you? Here we go. Boomtown learned. Nick has never been called Little Buddy prior to Mikey. Lane is anxious to get Carly's bikinis delivered by Thursday. Young Jets fans at practice resemble cockroaches. Nick thinks we can win. Bonus. Salt and pepper is sexy. I have proof. I got the text. I can show you. But Nick and Blitz are still seniors. Bitch, you got me. You got me. You had me in the first half. Boom. Carly is a legit stud of a female, according to Chris B. The big fella had boobs on his mind tonight. Ricky, I got boobs on my mind all the time. It's a good thing to think about. Boobs are like midgets. They equal happiness. There you go, Boom. You wanna get into double bonus after that line? I'll give you a few seconds to work with it.
Bobby and Charles are squeezing their knockers. Bobby and Charles are squeezing their knockers, taking their shirts off. Taking their shirts off. Taking their shirts off. Taking their shirts off. Bobby and Charles are damn sexy. Damn sexy. Let's party. Let's party. Let's party. Let's Bobby and Charles are hot and sweaty. Hot and sweaty. Let's party. Let's party. Let's party.
Next time, Bobby did a little live to you about paying doctors, so I have to explain to you. I talked to my parents. Bobby can't bet on the shows anymore, and they were happy about that. I talked to my parents about that. So you should be happy when it's my parents, but parents were so happy you stopped him doing that. At least he listened to you. That was a good thing. But don't tell Bobby that I told my parents, and I'll never have a fight. Because I love you, Nick. You know I love you. We Jets forever. Okay, give me a call, little buddy. I love you and your son. I wouldn't lie to you either. Okay, I love you, buddy. Sorry, Nick. I know you are busy and your family, but I still love you. I talk to my relatives too, so I love you very much. Anybody in your family, tell them I love you very much. I know you have a family too, but I love them too. Tell them that, okay? Love you, Nick Shine. You're my homeboy, okay, you little buddy? Here, take it. Bye, thanks.
Take it back. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of tonight's Nick Shine Show. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button. We are 9 days away now from Rookies Reporting next Saturday. We're very close to football, ladies and gentlemen. We are 9 Sundays away from being 1-0. Let's do it. Let's kick his fucking ass. This fan base deserves the shit we went through the last 2 years. 4 plays and then 5 wins. We deserve to celebrate that victory and take your terrible towel and your terrible team and get the fuck out of our stadium and go back